Hello everyone, welcome back to Omen Tarot. I have been away for a long time. Yes, I do have a lot of reasons, but I won't get into them. I just want to do the reading, and hopefully it's going to be a quick one today. If not, then that's just how things go. But we're going to be reading today about why the thing in your life that ended had to end. Kind of trying not to make it such a heavy topic, because I want to focus more on what is coming in, or what you're gaining by having lost that thing. But we'll see how it turns out, right? So we have 3 piles as usual. We have pile 1 with the pancakes, pile 2 with the lipstick, and pile 3 with the peeps. So take a second, pick whichever pile is calling to you the most, and I will see you at your pile. Okay, hello pile 1. If you chose the pancakes, this is going to be your reading. So I'll put these down here until we need that space, and then I'll move them. I'm trying not to use like really any oracle decks today, but if I have to, I have to. This is a brand new deck, so it's a little stiff. My hands are not the biggest, so it's a challenge. But I want to make sure I shuffle them very, very well. So for pile 1, what came to an end in pile 1's life? Or why did this certain thing come to an end in pile 1's life? Ooh, okay. You have the Page of Cups here. Excuse me while I try and figure out the best setup for this. And the 10 of Wands. What else? The 3 of Cups. The 3 of Swords. Okay. Actually, I think I want to get one more. Do I? No, I don't. So, pile 1, right off the bat, I got the feeling that this was this is like a connection. It involves another person, right? If what you had to release had nothing to do with somebody else, then you might want to pick another pile, because this, to me, definitely feels like you had to let go of a friend or a crush, a situation, something of that nature. And I see with the 10 of Wands that it was something that was very heavy on you. Either the relationship or having to let it go. There might have been a lot of fun involved in this connection. I don't see that you didn't enjoy yourself. There was a lot of enjoying yourself, possibly going out with this person, possibly getting drinks, going, like, dancing, that sort of thing. If that's not your vibe, then there was just definitely a kinship that you felt with this person, whether it was romantic or not. You had a good time together. But the thing is, what I'm also getting with the 3 of Swords having come right after is that it also came with on the kind of like 2 sides of a coin, right? Like, there was a lot of fun, but then on the other side you had to take a lot of, almost like an equal amount of bad with the good. And if that's not the case, then it just it hurt, possibly on all sides, for this to have to come to an end. So I want to clarify the Page of Cups. If you hear like running, like a scampering in the background, it's my dog. She's upstairs, but she loves to make a lot of noise when I'm doing readings, and only when I do readings, of course, right? Please clarify the Page of Cups for pile 1. Some more information on this person. That one wanted to come out, but it didn't. So let's see. Page of Cups, please. Come here, you. The 5 of Cups. Disappointment. Regret. The Queen of Wands. Oh, and there's my dog. Hi, can you lay down? No? Alright. You might have been older than this person. Pile 1. I feel like there was a bit of an age gap. Or like a maturity gap or something to that aspect. I feel like you were very disappointed in this person. There's disappointment in this person. You know, the way, like if I shift these cards around, you would see the way that I'm seeing it, the way that she's looking at him through this veil of disappointment. We can move these over. We have space, yeah. Through this like veil of disappointment, right? So you're disappointed in this person. Why are you disappointed in this person? This 10 of Wands here about struggle, burden, battles. It's interesting. I want clarification on this. Please, and thank you. Strength. Ooh, I picked up the card. I picked up the deck upside down. And interestingly enough, like, do you see how, like, this is one side and then this is the other side? Like, one side is upright and the other side is upright. I feel like you were on 2 different sides of a situation. For some of you, this could be with the whole, the Palestine occupation situation going on. You were on 2 different sides of that situation. I had a situation like that myself recently. But regardless of it, I feel like you were at odds. You were on 2 different sides of a situation, and both of you believed yourselves to be correct. So it was like it was a standoff of sorts, is what I'm seeing. And it's almost like everything that you liked about the relationship just kind of turned kind of sour, almost. So I did get strength in the reverse. And to me, strength is always courage. And so courage being in the reverse means, to me, that there was a lack of courage in this situation. Now, what does that mean exactly? The 9 of Wands. Just want to move these up so I have some space for these. Strength and the 9 of Wands. Okay, so also for some of you, it was like this person may have done something to disappoint you, as in like maybe broken their sobriety or broken a promise to you or something to that extent, like something that required strength, like strength of will, to continue to fight some sort of battle. I don't feel like that was present here with strength in the reverse and the 9 of Wands, which famously is about having to persist and be persistent in the face of a lot of challenges and a lot of struggle, basically. So if this is like a difference in mindsets, then you would perceive, you or both of you, I guess, would perceive it to be something. But we're reading for you, we're not reading for this person, right? You're the Queen of Wands, this person is the Page of Cups. I feel like that's quite a huge difference in energy, in experience, especially. Let's clarify the Three of Cups. I don't want to say that, you know, who was right and who was wrong here, pile one, but I definitely feel like there was a difference mentally in where these your stance and their stance were coming from, right? So, and with the Three of Cups also being about community and the Three of Swords being right after, it definitely does read, you know, like conflict regarding communities and regarding pain within those communities, right? So, moving forward. Three of Cups, Three of Cups, Three of Cups. Oh, those are my squirrels. Queen of Cups. Okay, so we have the Three of Cups and the Queen of Cups coming out. And a clarifier for those two energies, why would they come out together? Both of these cards want to come out. We have the Seven of Cups and the Four of Cups. Okay. I think a lot of what you enjoyed about this connection, pile one, was how, I don't know, like almost, there was a lot of emotion. There's because cups on cups on cups on cups on cups, like it's just emotion. There's a lot of emotion involved in this relationship, even if it wasn't like very serious or very long lasting. For whatever reason, you had a lot of emotion staked in it. And with the Seven of Cups, I feel like you fantasized a lot, you imagined a lot, you might have imagined a lot of future plans. Potentially not even realizing what wasn't there, if that makes sense. Like, so busy looking at what was there that you weren't looking at what wasn't there. And what wasn't there, what interesting on the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Swords. Like, I guess clarity, understanding between the two of you. Maybe because this was so emotional, you didn't really think to, maybe you didn't just really expect that you wouldn't meet, your minds wouldn't meet on this issue or something like that. Like, you just didn't expect this sort of outcome for this situation, I guess. Can we clarify the Three of Swords? What happened? The Eight of Cups. Somebody definitely walked away. And the Six of Swords, for the sake of their own mental peace, right? So if you did fight with this person over, you know, ideals or something of that sort, you definitely walked away. I don't see it like as, I don't see an explosion or anything like that. I just see like a very calm, just a shift away, right? Just kind of like a shift away. I don't know why I'm being told to tell you that, but something about this connection in particular, pile one, was just messing with your head in some sort of way, or it was creating like confusion and illusions, and you weren't paying attention to what you were really supposed to be paying attention to, which might have been you in this situation with the Queen of Cups. You possibly were just giving like relentlessly to the situation, not realizing that you were giving so much that you weren't quite noticing what you weren't getting in return. I know it's like a little vague, but it's kind of like, you know, when you pour a lot of like time and energy, like maybe you texted this person, like you double texted this person a lot and they didn't really text you quite as much, or like, you know, you made a lot of effort to make plans and they didn't, or, you know, you would go above and beyond for this person and they wouldn't, or there was just something that wasn't there. And I feel as if you felt it emotionally, but I think all of the fantasizing kind of got in the way and you didn't quite realize what you were ignoring, right? So what is it that you needed to let go of this for exactly? Because we see why it happened, we understand why you needed to let it go. It was messing with you emotionally. You weren't quite focusing on what you were needing to focus on, right? So what is it that pile 1 needed to be focusing on, or needs to be focusing on, that this connection would not have allowed them to focus on? Where does your attention need to be, pile 1, that you could not have done? You have the Knight of Cups. Okay. Clarify, please. Interestingly enough, pile 1, I heard like you weren't focusing your attention where it was going to be successful. I need to move this. The time has come to move the pancake, sorry. You were not focusing your attention where you're going to be successful, and this needed to get out of the way so that you could focus your love, your emotion, right? You invest your emotion in something that was going to be successful. Whatever this was kind of a dead end, specifically because of this difference, this huge difference in your mindsets, and this inherent lack that exists between the two of you, right? There was just an inherent lack of understanding, an inherent lack of High Priestess, possibly like you're a lot more spiritual than this person, and this person is just not there. And I'm not quite sure what not there means. 2 of Swords and the 6 of Cups. Okay, so you might be a lot further ahead on your spiritual work, pile 1. You might have cleared a lot from your childhood that this person has not cleared or confronted, especially with the Page of Cups versus the Queen of Wands, like a very powerful energy versus a very like childish, very, I don't mean to say childish in a bad way, but you know what I mean, like just a youthful, inexperienced sort of energy versus somebody who has been through a lot and has learned a lot because of it, right? So let's clarify some more on what you are needing to be, why you need to focus your energy on something successful, pile 1. That's kind of promising, right? Anything? This is the Lord of the Rings deck, by the way. I think it might be new. I don't know, but I'm in love with it. Ooh, 10 of Cups and the Empress on the bottom. Okay, so if this is a romantic thing that didn't work out, situationship, friendship, whatever, you have something long-lasting, either in your vicinity or on the way. I will do a little bit of a sneak peek to see what that is, because I'm super nosy. But there's just something about how with the Knight of Cups, the 6 of Wands, the 10 of Cups, you needed this to be gone so that you could focus on what was actually working, right? Something that is actually going to work. And if this is a friendship that came in and kind of distracted you from your relationship, or like a crush that came in and distracted you from your relationship, your message is to recenter, refocus on your relationship, right? The thing that is working, right? The thing that is successful, and where you put your emotion comes back to you, right? The thing that works out. And if you don't have this yet, then you're being told that you need to have this space free for this. Okay, and if that's not enough of a hint that it's on its way, I really don't know what it's going to be, right? So, is there anything else pile 1 needs to know about this situation, about why this situation fell apart? Is there anything else pile 1 needs to know about why this situation fell apart? The World. Okay. Do you know how you're talking about like family, if this is family, if this is friends? Regardless if it's romantic or if it's about friendship or if it's about family, pile 1, this is what you are waiting for. This is what you are meant to have, destined to have. A group of people that you can trust, right? A group of like-minded people who all have a single-minded goal. And they all have their own individual hopes and dreams and things like that, their own individual characters, but they're able to put aside their differences in order to come together for what's right. And I feel like you are meant to have this, right? You're making space to have this. And I I think this connection here was kind of a perfect example of what you can't have around, because it drains, it distracts, and it isn't something that you are building in real life the way that this is, right? It's not something that is being really built. It's something that you were building up in your head when reality was trying to show you something different. Whereas you are meant to be focusing on and or making room for something real and solid and, what's the word I'm looking for here? Like, something real, solid, and... what the hell is this? 10 of Swords. Real, solid, and... Okay. The imagery is there, the words are not. Let me find them. There is an energy of stability and home here, right? Home, stability, home. And the 10 of Cups on the bottom, stability, home, family, right? What is wrong with this dog? 10 of Swords, and then the Devil on the bottom. You are holding space for, or meant to be focusing on, the thing that... The wording is so weird, man. It's like kills your demons. Kills your demons, like puts an end to the toxic patterns, the rumination, the fantasizing, you're meant to have something that is real and grounded and stable. You can actually have it in real life. You can touch it, you can build it, you can hold it. Like, you're not meant to just have something that is like cerebral or like totally in fantasy or like in the would-be's or the maybes or the in another lifetimes. You know what I mean? You're meant to be having something and focusing on the thing that is stable and real and attainable to you, right? So I think maybe that's what it is that you could, this connection that you were in for a certain amount of time that you can no longer be in anymore or has exited your life, right? It was encouraging this negative behavior in you to ruminate, to fantasize, to ignore reality, possibly to, I don't know, you just might have fallen back into a pattern that is not, it's not to say like you were going backwards, because it's not true. Like, healing is not linear and all that. But it's like this person was like reverting you to a version of yourself that you didn't want to be, right? That you are not anymore, right? And that's what it was meant to show you, is that, you still had a little bit of work to do in that situation, in that area. But the cards are saying that you have something either in your vicinity already that is worth growing and paying attention to, or you are meant to be making space for that thing in particular. So I did say I didn't want to make this super long, so I hope that this was helpful to you, Pile 1. If it was, please leave a comment. I would love to hear from you. Definitely like the video if it brought you any sort of benefit or entertainment or anything like that. I am definitely doing my best to get back into this regularly. I only have about a month left of my 9 to 5, so I am going to be trying to do this a lot more consistently. So any and all support would be lovely and very much appreciated. So yeah, best of luck, Pile 1. I know it hurts. It definitely felt like it was very emotional for you, but all in all, it was for the best. You were not... oh my god, this dog is like tweaking. Anyway, you were definitely gonna go through something, or you were just gonna continue to butt heads with this person because you were not of the same mind. You're not of the same spirit. You're not of the same understanding. So you're meant to be making space for people who are of the same mind and spirit and understanding that you are. So I wish you the very best of luck, Pile 1. Thank you very much for listening, if you have been listening, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 2. This is your reading on what has left your life and why it has left your life, and what it is making space for, right? kind of the main things we're going to cover today. So we're just going to jump right in. I'm not going to grab any oracle cards today or anything like that. We're going to keep it simple, sweet, and just use some regular ass tarot. Oh, so too stiff. Anyway, all right. Okay, pile 2. What has exited pile 2's life and why? Why can this thing no longer be in pile 2's life? Why did it need to go? Okay, so we have the 10 of Wands, the 4 of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the 7 of Cups. Whatever this thing was, pile 2 was affecting your like your energy, but it's bigger than that. It's like your inspiration. It was affecting your will to create, to put your desires into action. Whatever this was so heavy on you that you couldn't think of anything else. And so it kind of, I guess, like, here you are in the middle is the way that the cards were laid out to me. This is you in the middle, the Ace of Wands here. And behind you, the thing that can no longer be in your life is here sitting on your back, hunching you over, draining you, having you completely disinterested in anything different, anything new, anything that had anything to offer, like the stuff spilling out of this cup when these 3 are empty. You just didn't have the energy, the inspiration, the motivation. That's the word I was looking for. Motivation. This thing was just kind of sucking the passion out of you, basically. Wands are passion, they're fire, they're energy. This was sucking all the energy out of you, all the passion. So let's keep looking. Clarify the 10 of Wands and the 4 of Cups, please. You have the Ace of Swords. Anything else? Yeah. And the Ace of Pentacles. Wow, you have 3 out of the 4 aces right now. I feel like there was a lot that you couldn't speak about. Pile 2, there was a lot that you couldn't share. There was a lot that you wanted to say that you couldn't say. It might have a little bit more to do with, like, your creativity. Like, you might just be a very naturally creative person. Pile 2 with the Ace of Swords. You just ace. Like, I get, like, initiative, energy, ideas. Like, you're very smart, you're very swift with it, and just completely unable to act on any of those things. Because of whatever this thing was draining you. Why was it such a drain, though? The Knight of Pentacles was slow. Maybe it was boring. The King of Swords. Maybe you were waiting for progress that never happened. The 10 of Cups. Okay, so for some of you, this could be like a marriage that, took up all of your time and energy and your focus because it created such a, I guess, like an emotional burden on you that you either lost your ability to care as much as you used to, or just got so wrapped up in trying to fix that thing in particular, that you had no time for your own ideas and your own passion. This could be, motherhood in general coming out for you guys, parenthood, regardless of what gender you are, just completely sucking away your energy and your ability to think about yourself whatsoever. Family responsibilities, things like that. But we're talking about something that had to leave your life, so I don't know what your particular situation is, pile 2, but ooh, okay. 10 of Swords, the Lovers, the 5 of Wands, the Hanged Man, the 3 of Swords. If this is something in your past, and it was something where you finally saw the fighting for what it was, for the anchor that it was, I suppose. I guess you might have just done what was right for you in the end, by either getting a divorce or leaving home or something to that extent, where you just kind of what did you do? That's not what we're talking about here, but I guess you finally just kind of started to give power back to yourself a little bit. You gave yourself a little bit at a time of what you've been giving everybody else, is what I'm picking up. And then eventually just kind of realized that, or had the realization, however you had your realization, through therapy, tarot, just sitting and observing, having that awakening yourself. However you did, so good for you. It is in your past, and it does have to be part of your past, because of how much it was draining you, right? So it could have been like the ideal of this eventual family that you would have had to have with this person, if it is a person in particular. Maybe it was family expectations. Maybe it was, well, it could be a friggin' plethora of things, pile 2, but the main point is something that had been sitting on your back, weighing you down, sucking the passion and energy and life from you, whether or not it happened or it was an expectation of yours or something to that ability. You chose to give the power to yourself. You did not give the power away to somebody else. So I'm proud of you for that. It was probably very hard, I'm sure. But now we're at the Knight of Cups and the 7 of Cups, and you may just be in this zone where you're not quite sure where to put it, or maybe you feel scared to put this energy out there now that you may have reclaimed it or are starting to reclaim it, because you have the Hermit and the 4 of Wands here giving me like homebody. Maybe you're scared to go back out and date again because you are, afraid of repeating the past, or you are still not quite, like, I want to say like unbrainwashed. Like you might have just had a very strong brainwashing growing up, or something to that extent, where you were fed like this is how your life is supposed to go, and if you deviate from this, then you're weird or you're wrong or whatever. Like you grow up, you find a guy, you get married, you have a kid, you do the whole 9 yards, yada yada yada. I don't feel like that was your jive, and if it was your jive, you tried it and it was just killing you, basically. So you left that in the past, and now you're at this place where you do have something to offer, or you have the ability to offer energy and emotion and passion to something, but it feels like you're home. Pile 2, it feels like you're home. It feels like you're home and hiding, which is not a bad thing. You're recovering, you're healing. It's not to say that you're meant to do anything right away or that you're late or anything like that. I see you home and healing, because you might just still be in a little bit of a confusion, or not quite sure what you want, what you're looking for. So you're spending time with yourself, you're celebrating yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. Is there anything that pile 2 needs to hear? Anything else pile 2 needs to hear about this? And that's the last ace. That's the only one that you were missing. The Ace of Cups here. That's great. Why is the Ace of Cups here? The Eight of Swords. I think you've liberated yourself from this prison, this sort of mental prison that you were in, possibly family expectations, or, you know, maybe a childhood dream that you were fed or had your whole life that ended up just being a complete nightmare or whatever. You freed yourself from that, and with that you've achieved the final ace, which is the Ace of Cups. This emotional initiative, and possibly maybe what you need to move forward and finally be able to share this with other people is realizing that you were right, and that you did receive, how do I say this? Let's be gentle about it. That you had been in a mental prison or limitation of some sort, and that did come from your childhood, from family influence, from something that you could not, you didn't quite have power over until you had power over it, right? Until you gave yourself power over it. So, maybe you just need to realize that you did do it, that you did it, or that you are capable of doing it, and that it's worth doing, because on the other side you have this knowledge of yourself. The Hermit is this wisdom and seeking, I guess, seeking within and seeking without, but definitely seeking within. And with the Hermit you have this ability to seek within, this ability to build a home and to celebrate yourself, and offer, and possibly even experience other offers. But I guess maybe just be careful moving forward with the Seven of Cups, that you will still have some of that stuff that's ingrained. It'll be in there, because some things just, especially if this is about romantic relationships, some things have to be healed within relationships. They can't be fully healed outside of them. So just be warned that when you start meeting people again, you start opening yourself up again, that it might get a little cloudy, right? Is there anything you can do to kind of keep yourself in check with that? This kind of pops out really fast. Here's the Nine of Swords. King of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Four of Swords. If there is somebody in your family that you can rely on or vent to or something of that nature, they're kind of recommending that you do that. You just kind of, if you have somebody you can trust. So only if you have somebody you can trust. Don't just like start laying your shit out there on people, because you never know what people are going to use information for what, right? We have to be honest about that. But if it's not family that you can rely on, I wonder also if this is kind of giving you, maybe encouraging you to feel a little bit more peaceful and less anxiety about what that future relationship might bring. I'm hearing you've definitely experienced wrong already. You've experienced what's wrong, so you're going to experience what's right. You'll know what feels right, because it'll be teamwork and cooperation and celebration and celebrating each other all around. And you'll have this creativity, and you'll have community, and you'll have help. What else? if you're worried that you'll never find the right person to have a family with, if like having a family is something that you really, really want, but you feel like it'll always be a burden, it'll always be, you know, you doing 100% of the work and them doing nothing, and you still not doing enough, you know what I mean? I feel like you're also kind of getting confirmation here that should you choose to settle down again, you can trust that you won't settle down until you find that person who feels peaceful to you, who brings you mental peace, who brings you rest, who allows you to feel calm and safe and able to put your swords down. You know what I mean? So I want to, it's not me, but it's like there is hope. There's a lot of hope kind of saturated in your reading because you have so much to offer and there's so much encouraging you to offer what you have to offer. And despite the fear and despite, you know, being unsure where it goes and how you move forward and what the future holds and everything like that, I'm seeing community for you. I'm seeing a lot of community for you, and I'm seeing a lot of your worries being worries. It's anxiety. It's PTSD for some of you. You know what I mean? Rumination. If you've been with somebody very, very terrible, you're going to be healing from that rumination for a while. Okay? But that doesn't mean that family and other people are always going to hurt you and be associated with hurt and with sacrifice and all these things. You know, a real family and a real partnership, you help each other. You're there for each other. You celebrate each other. It's a mutual thing all the time. So, I think that's what I've got for you, pile 2. I'm not having anything else come forward. All 4 aces came out in your reading, and we did not, look at this, we did not even use close to the whole deck. So it's significant, you know. I feel like all of these realizations are for something. You know, you don't have to be worried that you made a mistake or that it's for nothing. You know, if this is you getting out of a seriously bad situation, you're gonna be okay eventually, right? You're gonna be okay eventually, and you will get through this period of cloudiness and fear and all of the things that come with healing from something that was not very good and pretty one-sided, right? So I think that's what I've got for you, pile 2. I hope that was helpful. If it was, please drop me a comment. I would love to hear from you guys. And if you found any value in the message whatsoever, I would really appreciate it if you also liked the video. I get to leave my 9 to 5 at the end of November, so I'm hoping to get back into this pretty regularly. So any little bit of support definitely helps. Anyway, best of luck with this, pile 2. I see a lot of really great things happening for you. It's most primarily this exploration of yourself and the ability to explore and celebrate yourself. I think that's unique to you. I think you haven't really gotten the opportunity to worry about yourself or care about yourself, and you're getting that, and that's why this thing had to leave. So I do wish you a lot of luck, pile 2, and I hope to see you next time. And if I don't see you next time, then all the luck in the world. You know how it is. So thank you very much for watching, and have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye. Hello, pile 3. If you chose the peeps, this is your reading about what has gone or is going from your life and why it needs to go, and also what it's making space for. So I'm not using any oracle cards today. I'm just using the tarot deck. Plain, simple, clean message. And yeah, hopefully we get some good info for you. So this is the Dungeons and Dragons Tarot. And that is upside down. Hello. This deck is like kind of sharp, so it hurts a little bit, which is weird. Alright. Let's get into this. Pile 3. Why has this thing exited their life? Why is this thing exiting their life? Whether or not it's happened or it is happening. Why does it need to go? Why is it happening? Ooh. Okay, we have the Ace of Cups, I believe this is. The Nine of Wands. The Chariot, the Four of Cups, and the King of Coins. This was putting your heart through a lot. And you were having to reserve your energy or hide away or rest. Like I'm seeing you having to be away from people and resting a lot. Maybe not quite socializing with people because we have the little fox here, so it could just be that you've been spending a lot of time with a pet lately. Wow, why did this... I don't feel like you had, like, energy. I don't feel like you had any energy, like, emotional energy. You could be a Cancer here with the Chariot. Something about this was draining you or putting your feelings through a lot, putting your emotions through a lot. There's a Ten of Swords. Page of Coins. There could have been a lot of like petty betrayals, like lies, secrecy. Pile 3. Something was just like very draining with the amount of there's a Tower with the amount of just like energy going around here. The Knight of Cups, the Ace of Wands. Just give me a minute. I feel like something was blocking your way every time you tried to move forward. And like you would have no idea where these attacks or like these assaults would come from. Or how they would know when you were going to move, or what you were going to do before you were going to do it. Why is the King of Cups here? I mean the coins. King of Coins. What are you doing here? Seven of Cups. There was a... There was a need to see something or somebody for what they were. The Seven of Cups being illusions, and the Six of Intelligence being moving to calmer, clearer mental waters. Moving from the shadowy energy to the light, right? We did have, before I shuffled it, we had the Seven of Swords on the bottom. So I wonder if somebody revealed themselves, revealed their true nature. Somebody had been purposefully pulling strings to make it look like it wasn't them. Could have been a friend, pile 3. Clarify the Knight of Cups. The Page of Intelligence and the Eight of Intelligence. Yeah, feels like somebody who like really pretended to be your friend, pretended to be interested in what you had to say, but specifically to either learn something about you or to take your idea from you or something. Ace of Strength, please. Page of Strength. The Fool and the Empress. I don't know why this is coming up, or for like somebody was like stealing your recipes, pile 3. Like this could have been like a friend who was like stealing your stuff about your life's work. You know what I mean? Like recipes, like business plans, ideas, something to that nature, where they were like pretending to be there for you, to pretend to like help you tinker, like work things out, but they would be learning from you. Somebody was learning from you, but learning for themselves, not to learn from you to grow with you, but to grow themselves, to take themselves somewhere, right? I think that's where like the heaviness comes from, the feeling like you've been through a lot. I feel like you really trusted somebody and you put a lot of work into something, and somebody kind of just came in and swooped all your plans and ruined all your hard work. How did they do this, man? That's not really what we're here for. Maybe they'll tell me a little bit. Temperance and the Three of Wisdom. Yeah, this person was like in your circles, like in your home, possibly part of your like coworkers, part of your friends. Somebody who was pretending to be something that they weren't, right? Like coming across very peaceful, very friendly, but look at all this energy we've got in the background, right? So somebody was two-faced. You were removed from the situation, pile 3, because you were having, like, I guess similar to pile 2, but in a different way. I think, like, this is more somebody actively stealing, like, your creative work, like your creative intelligence, so what makes you unique, they're trying to make unique about them. Do you know what I mean? So it's a personal wounding to you, because this is personal to you. This is work that's personal to you. And I don't know that it's work. It just feels like how do I even say this? Nine of Intelligence and the High Priestess is, I don't know, it just feels like your baby. It feels like you created it. It came from your pain and your experiences, your lessons. It's your thing that you want to offer the world. It's not their thing, but they've taken it, and I don't know how to, or they tried to take it. Were they successful at taking it? That kind of changes the message a little bit, or how we move forward with the message. 2 of Cups, 8 of Cups. So if this person was like your partner in something, like you guys were building something together or whatever, I definitely feel like they took it. And if they didn't take it, then it's because you had managed to protect yourself legally in some way through like contract or something you, or it just worked out in your favor, possibly even. If you guys had to go to like court, if it was that serious of a situation where you had to do like, you had to get it in front of a judge and all that, you may have initially protected yourself in case of a split or something like this, or possibly you didn't. And that's why there's so much pain involved in the situation, because you trusted them, so you never expected them to go after your creative works and try and say that it was theirs. But I feel like this person was a little bit more ruthless than you imagined. Yeah. I feel like you cried a lot about this. You cried a lot about it. You put a lot of work into this, man. And there's a lot of pain that comes with how much work you put into this. I really feel that. I really feel that. I'm sorry, Pile 3. I really, really feel how much work you put into this. I want to know what your message is, though. Why is it okay that this is gone and that it didn't work out in your favor? The Moon. There's more. There's more. You don't know. There's a, you know how like, no, because anything I say is not going to sound very comforting about this. This sucked. But you need to know that there's the Moon, there's the Sun, there's the Hermit. It came from your imagination. You brought it to light. You made the idea. You made it happen. You made it real. So you can do it again. With something new, with something better, you know? If this person took it, if they had it, it was never meant to be yours in the first place. And trust and believe that their thing is not going to work out. The thing that they stole from you, because they have no idea how to sustain it. It comes from you, because it's your work. It comes from your work. Your, how do I say this? The labor that you put in to learning about yourself and taking the time to discipline yourself in order to take what was in your head and bring it into reality, right? This person doesn't have that. They have the ability to watch somebody and copy them and steal all their work because, you know, they have nothing else going on, but you have the mind. You have the mind this person wishes that they had. So what comes in? What is coming in? What can this person expect? Our Pile 3s. What can our Pile 3s expect? The 5 of Coins, the 3 of Coins, the 2 of Coins. The first thing I heard was this is going to be balanced. Clarify the 3 of Coins. The 4 of Coins. There's a lot of coins here, man. There's a lot of coins. Four of Coins, 3 of Coins. 5, 4, 3, 2. And then I feel like we're getting somewhere. So let's put it this way. 5, 4, 3, 2. I like the imagery here of how This one has little, you know what I mean? Little scraps, little nothings. And then this dragon, huge, intimidating, beautiful, and is sitting on this mountain of gold. I think that you can expect this person to regret doing what they did with you and wishing that they had worked with you instead of against you, right? And not that we're doing things to get back at other people or whatever, but you can expect that to be a sentiment that they have. They will regret stealing from you rather than choosing to work with you, because they're not going to sustain what they've managed to take from you, okay? And with the Two of Charisma here, you see like this, I imagine this to be you just conjuring just another thing out of thin air. You're just reading and you're conjuring something else out of thin air. It will come to you naturally. If you're afraid that this is going to be your only idea, this is your only thing, this is like what you were going to be known for, this is not what you're going to be known for. This is not your life project. You know, it's something bigger than that. I feel like this person might have messed with your confidence a little bit, pile 3. Just because I feel like this person or these people or whoever took this from you, they were competing with you, and you don't actually need them. Like, if this is one person, fine. If it feels like more than one person though, who were like conspiring to take your idea or to push you out of your own project or something to that effect, right? Because they felt intimidated or competitive by you, they weren't quite sure. You know how like when people think a certain way, they think everybody thinks that way. So it's kind of like that. But what they don't know is that you don't need... They need you. You don't need them. That's bottom line, pile 3. They need you. You don't need them. And you definitely don't need this because you have a much closer connection to whatever divine thing that you believe in. That look at this. Like, it's not going to be your only idea. You're going to have so many ideas, and they can work, is the thing. Look at the 9 of Cups down here. Oh no, sorry, the 9 of Coins. This is you captaining your own ship. This is you. You can be the leader. You don't have to be, you know, especially if you're working on a team and this team like totally backstabbed you. You know, you can be the boss. You don't have to be on the team. Divine timing. There's the World. I feel like you can be somebody calling the shot someday, pile 3. I think this is trying to tell you that you don't need other people. You don't need... I mean, everybody needs people, but like they're saying that you don't need this group of people, or you don't need other people to support your idea to make it work. Because you can make it work totally independently. And I think that you will find your people eventually out there in the world. People that you can trust, people that you are going to build with together, but people who are going to respect that, you know, it's your thing and they are there to support you, right? Just like a crew is there. Everybody's on the crew. Everybody values their life and they have their own role and they're important in their own way, but all of them would die for their captain because they know that the captain is the captain. The captain is the captain. What are you gonna do? That's the captain. Everybody is loyal to their captain. They're a good captain, and you are a great captain, Potter. You'd be a great captain, and you would have very loyal followers. You would have people who would be with you to the end, type shit. You know what I mean? If that's how dramatic our world is. And there's all types of people with all types of jobs. So I don't know what you do, and it could be as serious as people who would follow you all the way into the end, right? But whatever this was, pile 3, it needed to leave your life because, one, those people weren't reliable. They were gonna backstab you at some point because they already did, and it would have gotten worse down the line for sure. This idea, whatever they took from you, is theirs, right? They can have it, because if it doesn't have you in it, it's not going to be sustainable. The thing that makes it work is the you aspect of it. So, I don't know, can we get a final definitive answer as to why this had to go? Page of Cups. You see, I was just looking out. I think you just needed to think bigger for yourself, pile 3. You needed to imagine that you could have more, and I think this is here to show you that you can have more. The 6 of Cups here is indicating childhood. So maybe it's asking you to dream a little bigger, right? Think a little bigger. Think with the enthusiasm and wonder of a child, right? Think with the freeness of a child. Don't set these limitations on yourself. Just kind of imagine what could be, because you can take your imagination and bring it into reality. We've already established that for you. So maybe you just needed to set your sights on something a little bit bigger, and where you were was too small for you, and it was going to stifle you, and it was going to keep you down, and you were around people who were going to keep you down, and you're meant to move into a different environment, different space, different idea, different field even maybe, where you're going to be an authority and respected and loyally followed. So I think that's what I've got for you guys. If this made any sense to you whatsoever, I would love to hear about it in the comments. If not, I'm sorry. Try again next time. I will be trying to upload a lot more frequently. I am going on vacation next week though, so definitely don't expect to hear from me then. But I get to, as I said, I get to leave my job at the end of November, so I'll be able to do this a lot more and get back into the hang of things. So best of luck to you, pile 3. Thank you very much for hanging out and listening to me. I hope that this was helpful to you, and I also hope that you have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.